Does that actually work? Like, if the kid needs like 2,000, prayers or 2,000 shares to get the kidney, if it stops at 1,999, does God be like, fucker didn't get the 2,000?
God rounds up. He's pretty generous with that kind of stuff.
Right.
Humans, they didn't seem to have it down. So when he made me, he was like, maybe if I send myself down as a human, I can show them how to do it. But also by being a human himself, he also understood the struggles of resisting temptation.
So now, does God look like Alanis Morissette, though?
God looks like whatever you want him to look like.
Alanis Morissette naked. All right.
Sure.
Did you know you were coming back?
I didn't. No, it was just kind of in the moment. God works, super. It's very hectic. It's kind of hard to, know where his thoughts are at because he works so quickly and so, kind of aggressively, but, it's fair. So yeah, he just kind of contacted me and was like, you're going down and you're going to deliver a positive message because people need it now more than ever.
Well, welcome back.
Can he be flexible enough in heaven to blow himself?
Yes. There's no strain on the body up there. If you were being held back before, you can totally go down, blow yourself. It's no different than masturbating. It's just with your mouth. So
there you go.
But again, yeah, no pain, no suffering, no bodily functions holding you back. People have sex for years at a time up there and not even realize time's passed because, when time doesn't affect you, you don't really notice it as much.
Valid.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Sex workers could be stopping the next terrorists, man. It's really the stress that builds up in people that leads them to do evil things.
So blowjobs to save the world is what you're saying.
Blowjobs for bullies is
an
idea I had before.
I'm here.
Can you think about how great the world would be if everybody was sexually released and relaxed at all times? The devil and God, the devil was an angel up there. He was one of God's friends. Yeah. So, he's doing our work too. It's, it's two sides of the spectrum. We can't only have good or it wouldn't mean anything. There has to also be evil. Life's a lot about balance. That's part of my message too. Moderation, balance,
yin and yang.
Yeah. Life's really not that complicated, which is, what I'm down to say. And it's a boring message, but the truth is simple. Just be decent to people. Exercise, sunlight, water. It's not that hard. We just kind of have to let this thing run its course or we're overstepping our boundaries. It's like, God created this thing, it's basically an experiment, kind of his own version of The Sims that he just sits back and watches.
Or like sea monkeys.
Yeah. He makes a thing and, he doesn't want to, if he interacted too much, then the world would completely change because everybody would be begging for God to interfere at all times. So we kind of need to step back and let everybody do their thing. God's very emotional. You'd be surprised. He likes to portray himself as this all-powerful stoic figure, but he has emotions. But, that's not negative. Emotions are just a thing that exists.
True. I got to know at this point, when you jerk off, is it like this or is it like this? Or is it hole in the hand?
Kind of responds to prayers in order of kind of how well they're structured and what the intention is behind it.
Okay.
So, the more overall positive messages people put out, please help everybody, please do that. God sees that and goes, hey, good for you. God notices when people are being selfless.
What does God think about science? For it or against it? Pro or con?
He loves science.
Yeah.
Science is just the breakdown of stuff he's made.
Okay.
So because he had to do all this science to make it, he invented science. So he created atoms. He created every element. Because he had to think about how everything balanced out perfectly the way it does.
So number one, what is your non-alcoholic drink of choice? Jesus.
Water.
Yeah.
Source of life, man.
There you go.
One of the basic things. We're
and
like 70%
you can turn
water.
it into wine
exactly.
when you want to. So
yeah, it's a great base for whatever I want.
All right. Number two, favorite color.
Favorite color, all of them.
Yeah.
I can't choose. Yeah, because
you don't
they
have
all,
one.
No. I love them all equally. Every color. Yeah. They're special in their own way.
What is the strangest job Jesus ever had?
Well, yeah, carpentry was mostly all I did before. I mean, I was kind of a runner for stuff when I was younger. I'd, run things from one building to another. So yeah, nothing too crazy. Cleaning.
All right.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
No, nothing crazy.
You go to these churches now, and the one symbol that everybody embraces is the cross.
The cross.
I mean, doesn't that make you feel uncomfortable? It's like somebody
kind
got
of strange.
who got murdered with an axe, and like
again, organized religion sometimes does some detrimental stuff. Yeah, I don't know why they focused on the symbolism.
Because I figured that'd be the last thing you want to be associated with. I was
nailed to it. It's not my favorite thing to see, I guess. But again, I mean, I don't hold on to anything. I've been gone. None of my past affects me. I clearly had physical trauma and some pretty intense times, but all that gets, washed away.
Jesus walks into a hotel, gives the innkeeper 3 nails and says, could you put me up for the night?
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
that's pretty funny.
I know. I'm
like
going
that.
to hell though.
It's hard to make such a traumatic event funny.
Okay, so if you
good.
could, what social cause does Jesus most stand for?
What do I most stand for?
Yeah, what?
I think just human rights, just all humanity. I think everybody deserves equal rights no matter who you are and where you're from.
Round or flat?
It's round.
Thank you, Jesus.
It is round. I don't know how they did such a good job. Well, that was part of the devil as well. The devil's constantly trying to throw people off of the truth because they want people to go down to hell.
With as many morons as there are walking this earth, it's probably not too hard of a job.
It's pretty, yeah. You'd be, yeah. We hear, they laugh about it and brag about it. Devils, they're always like, oh, we got another one today. It's so easy. Like up in heaven, God and the angel, it's really hard. It's a lot harder to save people than it is to lead them to something they want really bad anyway.
Now that you're here in 2020,
yes,
iPhone or Android?
Well, Android, because Apple is still a trigger for us. Well, especially because it has a bite out of it on the symbol. We're like, dude, what the heck?
Jesus, can you take us through a typical day in the life?
A typical day in the life? You mean back here on Earth now, or when I'm up in heaven?
No, like a typical day right now. You're a typical
right
day
now.
How's your life going on a daily basis?
Well, a lot of walking. That's always been my thing too. Nobody really expects to see me. It's kind of just this hypothetical.
It is. I mean, this came up short notice. Hey, Jesus is in town. He wants to do the FUBAR show. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's like when like two dogs are barking at each other, but then you open the gate and they just kind of stand there.
So now when dogs are barking at each other, are they like, are they being nice to each other, or are they just yelling "fuck you"?
Depends
at each other?
The tone of the bark.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all just about the energy they're exuding.
That's
in the
fair.
moment. Yeah, we don't ask him too many questions unless it's like really important, because he's dealing with so much all the time. It never ends for him. I mean, they say Sunday's his day off, but that's only for Christians.
True.
The Jews give him Saturday. Other
so
religions
which one is his day off? Or is
he
that
doesn't
just
have a day off?
So
just
that's
different.
So like the Jews just
yeah,
don't bother
the Jews
him
don't
on
bother
Saturday,
him on that
and
day.
The Christians don't bother him on Sunday.
He's still getting bothered every day.
All right,
it never stops. So it's like a double-edged sword because he loves it. He does. He really loves it. Nobody's attacked me, so that's a good start. I mean, this time compared to back then, we make jokes about how bad the world is, but oh man, back then they're just throwing rocks.
Have you walked down North Nebraska Avenue, sir?
Yeah, they're still throwing rocks at strangers.
Okay.
Yeah. Why doesn't he just come down, him or herself, and take form and doesn't have to like announce to the world that I'm God? Just come down and fucking chill.
Well, it's kind of that concept of like explaining the internet to an ant. You know what I mean? Where God is so complex and the energy itself is so radiant, where it's
impossible to dumb him down to human form.
Yeah, like if he came down, so it might. Yeah, I'm the next best thing, really.
Still making you wear bed sheets though.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I liked this. This was not. I liked it before.
I guess it's comfortable. It's airy.
It's nostalgic. I like to.
Do you wear magic underwear into that, like the Mormons say?
No magic underwear underneath.
Any underwear at all? Or does Jesus free ball it in his robes?
I didn't ask.
I'm not gonna tell you guys that one. We'll leave something up to mystery. Once I left the second time after that first resurrection, I really just I haven't.
You
had
needed
any.
a vacation, yeah.
Well, I mean I don't really have. That's the thing. I don't have power up there. I can kind of talk to God. I can be like, hey, maybe do this or whatever. But I don't have the physical ability up there to do stuff down here. That's all him.
Does Jesus pray?
Well, I do. I pray to God.
Okay.
I do. I mean, that's kind of, that's kind of my main form to talk. When I'm down here, when I'm up there, I can just, say hi. But when I'm down here, that's kind of like the antenna. Yeah, it shoots up and he sees there's a signal coming up.
If you wear a hat, does it get blocked?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it goes right through.
Jesus isn't much of a hat guy. Last time he wore something on his head, he had a bad experience. Jesus here, I feel bad about using my normal closing line.
Why?
I'll do it anyway. Don't forget to spay or neuter your children.